my favorite personal scene of the episode was the scene between Tim and Miles, as
Mhm.
Tim is saying that
Yeah.
he could be a good cop. What can you share about what that means for Miles and also what it was like filming that scene with Eric?
I think Miles really looks up to Tim a lot. He looks at him as a big brother figure, and I think he wants to mimic the kind of cop Tim is, but using his own individuality. And for Tim to express that he is doing a great job means a lot for Miles, in the fact that Miles he works really, really, really hard to be a great cop in LA, coming from not really a particular smaller town because Sugarland is right outside of Houston, but LA is huge and there's more crime, and there's crime probably that he has never seen before in Texas, in that particular area. So to get that fulfillment from his TO, so when he looks up to his colleague, his supervisor, and also I don't think I think Miles sees Tim as a friend as well, and we see that relationship how it has grown throughout episode one to the current episode. So for him to hear that, it fulfills him to let him know that hey, he's doing a great job. His superior has seconded that, and I think it really makes him feel like he has made the right choice. Not what his friends say, not what his parents say, not what his ex-girlfriend says, but for him as his own man, I think that really made him fulfill that he has made the right choice in becoming a cop in LA.
And how is it for you to film that actual scene?
It was cool. The actual scene with Tim and Miles.
Yeah.
So I use a lot of substitution. I studied with Ivana Chubbuck, and I went to drama school. I went to two conservatories in New York. Ivana is the best teacher I've had in my life, and we use substitution base. And for me, I use a lot of my mom and dad as substitutions because my mother and father passed away, unfortunately. So in that scene, I use the fact that my acting career is flourishing, and I was using my father. So I was using Tim as my father, and I was like, "Hey, Dad, I'm doing really successful in life, and I hope that you're proud of me." And for Tim saying that doing a good cop, for me, that meant to me is you're doing great in life. I'm proud of you. You came so far in your career. You came so far as a man, and you're on the right choice. You're on the right path in your life. So that's substitution based, how it works in my acting career, in my acting work, and in my craft. So it was deep, and it was very emotional for me as an actor because I was substituting that preference in that work, and it meant so much to me. That's why it's going to portray well on screen.
Yeah. Do you feel like Miles now has closure with that element of his life because he did make the choice, or is that still kind of a lingering thing as we're seeing going forward?
Most definitely. I think Miles is he's closed that door. And I think he wants for me, is no plan B's in life. You have to focus on plan A because if you give any type of energy to plan B, you're taking away from plan A. So I think Miles is like my plan A now is being a great cop. I want to do the best and be the best as I can be as a police officer in LA. So I think he closed that door as being a potential NFL star. And we'll see that in the later one of the later episodes. Something comes up and Miles is like, no, I'm a cop now. I don't play football no more. It's a little tease for you guys. So yeah, I think Miles has fully closed that door and committed 100% of being a cop.
You got to do some badass action sequences in this episode. What can you share about how much you actually got to film versus how much
I
was
did all that.
what can you
That
share?
was all I did. I kind of I kind of tell our stunt coordinator who's amazing. You know, he's been up for a couple Emmys for being a stunt coordinator on The Rookie, and the directors and the showrunner. I let them know, hey, I'm an athletic guy. I actually used to play football in college, which relates so much to Miles, and I like doing my own stunts. So I really came in when I read that episode. I was like, hey, I want to do my own stunts, and they allowed me, and they were so. Have you seen the pool scene? Man, we filmed. It was me and the actor who plays the bad guy in this episode. We were really filming that, and we coordinated. and we just went for it, and it came out very, very well. And by the end of the day, we were tired, we were exhausted.
It
I'm a
looked,
free person. The water was stinging my eyes. I have very sensitive eyes, so but it turned out really well.
well, one of the fantastic things is you seem to be embracing the show and its fandom so
Mhm.
much on social
Mhm.
media. What
Yeah.
has that been like for you to join the show,
God,
even
I
to the present?
love
And
our fans. I love our fans so much. I try to interact with them on Twitter as much as possible, but I gotta watch myself because I'm like, oh, I just spent an hour on Twitter, you know. And what I love, like, I love, finding out their names, and I say, hey, so and so, thank you so much for watching the show, because I want to build an authentic personal relationship with our fans. And I love them so much because they're the reason why our show, gets the type of viewership we get, gets the type of success we get, gets the type of love we get. And they fall in love with our characters. And that's why I put so much heart into making Miles this great character, because through my acting work, I study really hard and I work really hard, and I want that to be portrayed on film and on TV. And I hope my fans and the rookie fans are falling in love with Miles like I have fell in love with him, and how I have honestly, genuinely fell in love with our fans.